Hello and welcome back to the vlog. Now I know it's been a while, but that just means that there's a lot more things to show you, so I hope you enjoy. So a very warm welcome back to the garden. Now the last time I did a vlog we were having quite a severe drought, but everything has flipped. We've now had a lot of rain, so lots of things are growing, but unfortunately it means that some things have bolted, but that's not everything that's happened. You see, last year our fennel did amazingly, but unfortunately this year hasn't turned out quite as good. I am, however, pretty impressed with the beetroot. You know, the thing about vegetable gardening is that it's actually very difficult to prepare for anything that the climate or the weather may throw at you. So that's one of the great challenges about growing food. So in the next few seconds, I'm going to show you a bit of what's going on in the garden. You may remember that earlier this year I set up an area at the top of the garden to experiment with the root style method of growing food and to try and adapt it for a UK climate. Now, after I harvested the potatoes, I kind of had to give up a bit because of the lack of rain. And so some very interesting things have happened, but it has turned into a bit of a jungle. So I think the most difficult part of this so far is the initial setup, where a lot of people are saying that once you do have the right conditions you'll get a lot of predators which will predate slugs. But what happened was that most of the squash which I planted seemed to all be destroyed by slugs, and I forgot about them. I thought they'd been killed, but some of them have made quite an impressive comeback. We've even got a big marrow. I don't think I've ever meant for a courgette to ever get this big, but this will either provide us with a lot of soup or we're going to do and eat a lot of roasted marrow. Even though I've just harvested a massive marrow, the real downside at the moment with all of this cool and quite wet weather is that it's actually really affecting the productivity of our courgettes. So we do tend to get courgettes setting and beginning to form, but a lot of the time they'll just begin to rot because they don't have enough warmth for them to really swell and mature and grow. So it's a bit annoying about that, but I mustn't complain too much because the bed behind me has provided us with a glut of courgettes over the past few weeks. So the bed behind me was a project I did with Dobby's Garden Centres, so I'm an ambassador for them at the moment. What I'm really trying to do is to get more people growing their own food at home. So what we did, we planted a part of the bed for autumn salads and they're doing really well. Now because Harvest Festival season is coming up shortly, Dobby's have given me 10 of these harvesting trugs. So even if you already have a harvesting trug, this will make a great gift or present. So all I want you to do in the comment section is to let me know what vegetable you enjoy harvesting the most and why. And perhaps there might be a couple of surprises as well as this trug. It's been a very strange gardening year because we started quite late. We had all of those really cold storms here in the UK, and then we had this long period of drought, and it was the first time ever that our spring basically ran out of water, and now the rain is back and we're looking quite deep into autumn already. And I think this year has been a year of learning lessons and also somewhat feeling a bit vulnerable because we are so not used to these massive changes in the climate and in the weather. We thought, hang on a minute, we might not be as resilient as we thought we were, especially when it comes to water. So it's been really interesting this year, and I've also been busy doing quite a massive project which is coming out March next year, and I am going to be releasing some more information over the next few months about what that is, but it's taking a lot of time, but I'm hoping that it's going to be something which is going to help a lot of people grow their own food at home. One of the things we had to do this year was sacrificial watering, because we had a very finite amount of water available, because all we have is a spring where we are. And one of the things that we really wanted to focus our watering on was our winter veg. So for example, the kale, and the kale is doing so well. I was also quite pleased because they didn't actually need that much water once they got going. And the thing which we really had to think about was that kale is one of those vegetables which is going to give you so much food, and it may not be the tastiest and it may not be the most glamorous of vegetables, but it's very healthy and it's going to give you a good consistent amount of cropping over the winter and also during the hungry gap. So that's one of the reasons why we decided to focus on looking after the kale. That's all from me today, and I really hope you enjoyed knowing a bit more about what's currently growing on in the garden, and I'd love to hear about what you're doing at the moment, and also don't forget your favourite vegetable to harvest and why. So I look forward to seeing you again soon on another video. Goodbye.